Do you ever look around and think, wow, the world is a crazy place, and it just seems to get crazier and crazier? Ease your mind and take a break. This is Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We're a hub for inspirational Christian sermons, practical keys for Christian living, and Christian discussions and interviews. You'll be inspired to live the life that you were created for. Your host is a top-ranking podcaster, best-selling author, world record holder, aerospace engineer, life coach, evangelist, and founder of John Giftah International. Welcome to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah.
Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of the Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah podcast, where I'm going to encourage you and remind you of how the Lord knows how to make the right people to be kind and show favor towards you. I'm going to talk to you from the life of Joseph, which I've been talking about for the last couple of days, and I want to talk about an important aspect, again coming down to Genesis chapter 39, and I've been talking about this for the last couple of days, and there was an aspect where I showed you how he was sent to an Egyptian who was one of Pharaoh's officials called the Potiphar, and it goes on to say how because the Lord was with him, with Joseph, he saw that everything he did prospered, and he saw, I'm talking about the Egyptian master, right? He saw the hand of God and that the Lord was with Joseph. And, eventually Joseph found favor in his sight and became his attendant. That's verse 3 when you talk about it. And here's the thing I want you to understand, that after a while, Joseph is wrongly accused and he's put in prison. And I want to really remind you of this. In the first case, you realize that Potiphar saw that everything that Joseph did prospered, and he saw the blessing in his life because of Joseph, and eventually because of what he saw, he ended up showing favor to Joseph, making him in charge and all of these things. But when you look at the moment when he's put in the prison, here's the thing I want you to understand. There's a slight difference, right? It says that, but while Joseph was there in the prison, verse 21 onwards, it goes on to say, the Lord was with him. He showed him kindness and granted him favor in the eyes of the prison warden. You see, in the first case, when the Potiphar saw everything prospered, that made him melt and show favor towards Joseph, right? That's the way Joseph won his favor. But here, it was a different approach. He's in prison and the Lord was with him, and the Lord showed him kindness because he must have been heartbroken. When I look at this, I think he must have been heartbroken. He would have been like, what is happening with my life? Where is it going? And here, I'm sure he didn't have the strength at that moment. He was just sent to the prison. I'm sure he would be like, oh, I need to start being my best again. And then I don't know how I'm going to, whether it's really worth it. What if somebody accuses me again? What if everything is not worth it? Maybe he could have thought all of that, or maybe God knows the mental and the emotional state that Joseph would have been at that point. And so here, instead of him working up to show that favor, it says that God caused the prison guards and the warden to show him kindness and grant him favor. You see, God knows the state that you're in. God knows the emotional state that you're in. Right? God understands the pain that you're going through, and he knows, like, if you don't have the strength to do like you did earlier, God understands. He will show his favor and he will do what needs to be done in the best way possible. He made sure that this warden found favor. He was kind to him, and then eventually the warden put Joseph in charge of all those who were in the prison, and he was made responsible for all that was done there. You see, guys, God understands. You don't have to work it up. You just be your best. You just tell the Lord, it's too much. If it's too much, tell him it's too much. If you feel like crying, just cry to the Lord. Because in the previous case, Joseph is doing really well and being diligent and prospering. That caused Potiphar to like show him favor. But now maybe Joseph was too weak to even start afresh. Maybe he was so broken. Here, God made sure that this man, the warden, showed favor to him. God made sure that he was kind to him. So God knows your state, and God knows how to help you through and take you every step along the way. Will you trust him? God bless you.
You've been listening to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We hope you were blessed and inspired to live the life that God has for you. Make sure to subscribe to the John Giftah YouTube channel for regular uploads of sermons, skits, interviews, and more. Follow John Giftah on Instagram for regular inspirational posts. And don't forget to check out the best-selling books written by John Giftah, Who Am I?, which will help you understand your identity, and the latest #1 bestseller, Unveil Your Purpose, helping you discover your purpose and to start walking in it. Make sure to leave a rating and review, and be sure to share it with your friends and loved ones. If you'd like to donate, you can find the PayPal link in the description. And if you'd like to invite John Giftah to speak at your event or to get more details, go to the website at www.johngiftah.com. See you on the next episode of The Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. God bless you.